Meteorologist Matthew East here with you in the Weather on the Ones Forecast Center. This is the Thursday, November 12th edition of the Carolina Weather Video, and our big coastal low continues to develop, and it continues to cause problems all the way from here in the Piedmont right on through the coast and up into the Virginias and the Delmarva Peninsula as well. So let's look at the radar this morning, and there's a lot to talk about here, so hang with me on the video. This is the radar image from just prior to 5 o'clock this morning, and we had some pretty heavy rain occurring, especially from Interstate 40 along from there and points northward into Virginia. And even in the southern Piedmont, even though you don't see much showing up on the radar, there's a lot of areas of light rain and drizzle, and it's very windy. We've seen winds gusting 30, 35, even up to 40 miles per hour around the region this morning, and that will continue to be the case today. Now, in terms of rain that has already occurred, now again, I'm cutting this video early in the morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is the Greenville-Spartanburg NEXRAD site storm. Total precipitation amounts up in the mountains, 5, 6, 7 inches. Around the Charlotte region, a lot of folks picked up that 3 inches plus, especially on the east side of the town, a little less on the western side of town. And then for the Raleigh and Greensboro areas here, very heavy rain up. And parts of Rockingham County, totals in that area piling up now upwards of 5 inches. And much of the Triad has picked up 3 inches plus of rain. And we're, of course, adding to that today. Along the coast, just a rough weather day for the Outer Banks and on up through northeastern parts of North Carolina and up into much of Virginia, Maryland, and even up into New Jersey. Now, the wind is significant, and that's adding to some problems. Here's the wind forecast off of the GFS, and you can clearly pick up that low centered near the North Carolina coast. Here in the Piedmont, we're going to continue to see winds sustained 15 to 25 miles an hour with wind gusts at times today, 30, 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. So we're going to continue to have the potential for some trees and power lines toppling as the ground is, of course, saturated. The winds having a little bit of an easier time than normal toppling some of those trees and power lines. Now this is as we go ahead to tonight. The winds begin to subside, and it's still going to be a breezy day tomorrow. This is 2 p.m. tomorrow. Those yellow shades indicating 10 to 15 basically mile-an-hour winds. So it's still breezy tomorrow, but there will be some improvement. Now, as far as the coast is concerned, this is a big deal. This is the Wave Watch model, and this is basically a forecast of significant wave heights, and you're looking at 20 to 25 foot waves driving the water in to northeastern North Carolina, Virginia, the Delmarva Peninsula, and New Jersey. There's going to be a lot of beach erosion problems there. There's still several more high tide cycles for this to go through before things improve by the weekend. So a rough situation for the coast with this. All right, here's the plot for 8 o'clock this evening. This is this afternoon's precip. So you can see that band of precip that will probably set up from somewhere near or east of Charlotte up through the Triad and Triangle regions and then up toward the Delmarva Peninsula. Another inch or two of rain possible where that band sets up, and of course it's going to stay windy. More flooding problems certainly a possibility in some locations. Now this is 8 o'clock Friday morning. Still some mainly light rain and still some breezy conditions. But I think the rain tries to push just east of our area. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow, so it should be mainly a dry day tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of light rain at times, but certainly an improvement. And it's still breezy, but not as windy. Tomorrow is what we've seen yesterday, and we will continue to see today. And hey, the weekend looks great. Saturday, we'll call it partly cloudy. Highs warming Saturday on up into the low 70s, low to mid 70s on Sunday with lots of sunshine. And finally out to Monday, we begin to see another wedge set itself up. That high pressure begins to wedge down the eastern side of the mountains, so we'll begin to see highs backing down again by Monday or Tuesday, and finally by midweek, that next system brings in our next opportunity for some showers. All right, so quick recap for you. Still monitoring this coastal low. It is actually stronger in reality than a lot of the models said, so there's going to be big problems for the coast in terms of beach erosion and waves, and of course the flooding potential as well. And of course here in the Piedmont, we continue to see rain in a number of spots today. More flooding issues are certainly a possibility, if not a likelihood, where that band sets itself up today into this evening. And the wind's still a big factor, with those wind gusts causing some trees and power lines to continue to topple. So this is a big ticket item in terms of this low pressure and its effects in a lot of places here across our region. But again, nicer weather coming. The weekend looks great. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Thursday, and God bless.